We've got an exciting day here with Bitcoin moving up 2%, breaking out of that bull flag. We're going to talk about that as well as the warrants, clean spark warrants, that is. But before we get going, got a couple of housekeeping things here. We have opened up memberships on the Trade Cave channel here. We've got 3 different levels. We've got Soda Straw, which is $4.99 a month. You get your loyalty badges, you get a couple of emojis here, and priority reply to comments. Got a couple of fun little things there that you can progress through as Soda Straw for the badges for your membership. And then also, of course, you've got the emojis with the OGTC logo there that I used to put at the end of the videos, excuse me. You got our stonks go up, fire moves, and some Doge there. Then you've got Stalactite for $7.99 a month. That'll get everything on Soda Straw plus member shout outs. And then Stalagmite for the mightiest of those in the Trade Cave group here. This perk will give you members only shorts and real-time trade posts. Basically, every time I make a move, I will immediately go ahead and post it for the Stalagmite members as well. All right, and then also before anything else, go and check out Capital Curiosities. They do a lot of financial fraud videos, very interesting. The most recent one that came out yesterday was for Alberto Vilar, the Phantom Fortune. He committed a bunch of funds to the arts world and to opera houses that he didn't have. And that was really exciting to watch that. That was fun. And if you find your way over to Capital Curiosities from Trade Cave, go ahead and comment TC over there for me. That'd be really helpful. Thank you so much. Now, this is a breakout. Bitcoin is breaking out from the level here where you saw this diagonal line there. That is the breakout level for this bull flag. That's this structure right here. Right? We're breaking away from that. If today we close above this line, and when this candle closes in 5, almost 6 hours, and it holds above this line for that day, this is 100% confirmed as a breakout. Okay, now that doesn't mean that it is absolutely going to go up. That just means that it is a confirmed breakout. It could still immediately reverse and come flying all the way back down to $100,000 the very next day. But technically speaking, the breakout is there as soon as we close this candle above this line and we open the next one above it and don't retrace back down to $105,000. Okay, that is that. At this point in the cycle, we should not be trading beneath $100,000 again. If we do, that is bad news bears. That is your first sign that something terrible is happening. Actually, that's not true. That's your second sign that something terrible is happening. Your first sign is this white line right here that I'm going to turn into a 4 pixel. Oh, I can't make it any bigger? No, yeah, 4 pixels. This white line, in fact, I'm going to make this white line, I'm going to make this one red. No, red's too much red on here. Let's make it orange. There we go. This one right here, and this is the line from the swing low back here in April from the trade war when that kicked off. That is the line. We lose that line. If we close beneath this line at any point in time, that is your warning shot. That is this thing could completely roll over and come revisit $80,000 sort of sign right there, okay? And then after that, if we hit $100,000, like basically once we cross that line, we're going to hit $100,000 pretty quickly afterwards, all right? That's basically going to happen if we lose this orange line. And if we lose the $100,000 mark, that is where I'd be cutting everything. Now I'm not going to cut it on a wick. I would need to see a daily close beneath 100,000 and then an open beneath 100,000 that does not immediately shoot up towards $100,000. Does that make sense? It needs to close under $100,000, stay under $100,000 the next day, and not make a run to go back above $100,000. Like not wick back above $100,000. Okay. So I'm not going to close it out on a wick, only after it is a confirmed breakdown, which just like the confirmed breakout, I need a closure beneath the line and then an opening of the new candle beneath the line, and it needs to stay there without continuing to drive, without reversing and driving higher. It needs to continue to drive lower. And just like today, right, as soon as this candle closes in 6 hours, I need to see it close near it and then continue to drive higher, much like the last 4 days in a row. If you look every single time, it has closed, is open near the top of the candle and then drove higher, closed, open near the top of the candle and then drove higher, closed, open near the top of the candle and drove higher today again. That's what we want to see. We only need to see one more day of that. basically this thing, and then it basically can't rest until it takes out the new all-time high. If it rests before it takes out the new all-time high, that is also a warning that we're going to come back towards this orange line and test this orange line one more time on Bitcoin. Basically, all of the crypto-related stocks are going crazy. MicroStrategy up 5% today. It is conquering some levels that are really exciting. We've got Cypher warrants up 12%, CleanSpark warrants up 10%, CleanSpark up 2%, conquering $10 for CleanSpark. That's pretty good. If we can close this, if we can manage to close this candle out like green, I mean, I know it's positive, but the candle's still red. If we could close the candle out green with having a hammer with a nice long wick on the bottom, oof, looks like it's gonna want to shoot us up towards 11. Again, that's gonna be very exciting for CleanSpark. How does that translate on the warrants? That translates on the warrants to potentially coming back up to that 56-cent level. We conquered 56 cents, then we're opening up to 72 cents. IREN up 5%, a lot more than most of its peers. That is doing pretty great. In fact, we're breaking out of this channel here. We break out of this channel, IREN's going to run for 11.37 and then soon after 16. So watch that very, very carefully as well for IREN. Cypher Core Z is holding here. It's making a bull flag. If we can get above 1277, well, then it's got room all the way up to 1630. Let's see, anything else that's exciting here? That's about it. Soluna finally finding some kind of a bid. Bit Farms, still kind of being disappointing. Bit Digital also kind of being a little disappointing today. If we look at the other cryptos like Solana, Solana is up about as much as Bitcoin. Solana, I really would like to see it retake the 200-day moving average, which let me get it up there. I'd really like to see it retake the 200-day moving average before I'm really super bullish on Solana. And I've been looking at SOLT for that. It's a 2x Solana fund. Remember, leverage funds are dangerous, so you could get hurt playing with them. So, of course, nothing I say is financial advice and not a suggestion to buy, sell, or hold any asset whatsoever. Please do your own research, come to your own conclusions, be responsible for your own risk. Yeah, this is the 2x fund. I've been toying with this one, SOLT, S-O-L-T. It's a 2x fund, so basically if Solana goes up 100%, this goes up 200%. If it goes down 20%, it goes down 40% on this one. So that's that. It's just like BitX, but SOLT for Solana. And then you got or like ETH. Ethereum. This flag has been looking very exciting here. In fact, as soon as it gets out of this flag, it's going to be explosive when it gets out of this flag. Right? Basically, we're going like here. As soon as it gets out of this range, it's going to be very explosive to the up or downside. If it's to the upside, it's going to run for the highs around $4,000. If it's to the downside, it's going to come back down to $2,000. So honestly, I'd be looking for a long here on Ethereum right now. I'd be looking for a long, and I'd have my stop loss. I'd have it just beneath these candles here. I'd have it, let's see, what's the tallest one? I would have it just beneath here. I'd have it right at about 23.85 for Ethereum. That's where my stop loss, or maybe a little bit lower, about 23.56. 23.56 is where I'd put my stop loss with the take profit target up here at $4,000 near the highs there. For Ethereum, this looks very much like a very good technical setup towards the upside. Of course, it could break down to the other way, but like look, just like over here, similar kind of thing. We went sideways for a really long time, and then when it came out, it was explosive. In that case, it was to the downside. But Ethereum likes to go flat and then explode. So let's see what it does there. I'm leaning towards the upside, and I'm looking at potentially doing a long on Ethereum here out of that. I also have been adding to my Dogecoin. Dogecoin, when Bitcoin's done running, Dogecoin will begin running. And for Dogecoin, I'm looking for it to come out and potentially take out these highs here at 48 cents, maybe even finally running for that all-time high back here, maybe wipe that out here at 76 cents for Dogecoin. That's what I'm looking for. Now, if that fails, basically Dogecoin should not be trading beneath 16.8 cents again. It should not trade beneath 16.8 cents again. If it does that, it is bad, and it's going to come all the way back down to the bottom of the range, maybe even lower. Anyways, that's all I've got for you today. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Check out the Trade Cave store, link in the description, as well as the channel bio. Consider becoming a member on YouTube. Soda Straw is the lowest level, comes in at $5 a month. You get some badges, you get some emojis you get to use on the channel. And don't forget to check out Capital Curiosities. They've got a new video, very interesting stuff that they do over there with financial fraud throughout history. Put a comment on any of their videos. TC, if you come from here, put a comment TC so they know that you came from Trade Cave. Anyways, have a profitable day.